Welcome back to the channel. Woo! Welcome to MKB Mellow Knows Ball. You know what I'm saying? Little talk about what this channel is gonna be about. It's gonna be a football-based channel. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna literally just be talking about football. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Having a couple of debates. You know, discussions. Football. Just football. Related. Anything football related.
Serie A.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully. I'm gonna try and cover all types from Serie A, La Liga to Bundesliga, whichever. Obviously, probably gonna be more Prem based because it is the best league in the world.
Debatable.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
La Liga.
Yeah, I'm not saying in terms of. I'm not saying in terms of quality. I'm saying in terms of just overall revenue,
entertainment-wise.
Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? By game. But for my very first video, I decided to do a top 10 video. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So let me just go over the rules real quick. Simply, what happened is I got 9 people.
Rules?
Yeah, there was rules in this. Obviously, I had rules in this. I had 9 people send me the list of their top 10 best Premier League players this season so far. So how it's done is that so obviously whoever you ranked first on your list gets 10 points, and someone who's below that gets 9. Continuously, and the person who gets the most points or rank higher than other people. So that's just how it's gonna work. So the people I got in this video, for the two who sent me in their list, me, I got Bastizi, got Keith, Bego, Pila, Sosibo, I got Ngobi, Kwando, and Zukisa. So those are those niggas. Yeah, those are the people I got in this list. So
you don't know.
I'm gonna jump straight into it. And remember, guys, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Like the video. Comment down below if you disagree with anything in the video. You know what I'm saying? Hit that bell for any post notifications. How are we gonna start things off? Firstly, as I've already mentioned, all the people. So it's a top 10 list, but 27 names were submitted.
27 Premier League alone.
Just Premier League. 27 names were submitted.
There's gotta be stinkers.
27 names were submitted.
There's gonna be stinkers.
So obviously, I think there was like 19 spots. So from 19 to 11, I'm just gonna breeze through it. You know what I'm saying? Because I still gotta give everyone's props in the thing. So 19 to 11, I'm gonna breeze through it. And then once we get to the actual top 10 list, that's maybe we'll start discussing things a bit more and everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I didn't hear anything about
So starting now from 19th place, we have Mohammed Kudus. I just wanted to get your reaction. Mohammed Kudus only had got 1 point. Pila had him in a 10th. So I think it's an honorable mention. No, he's been decent this season. I'll give him that. He's been a decent player this season. I'll give him. Yeah. I mean, it's been decent. In 18th place we have Kyle Walker with 2 points.
No.
So Sibo had him in 9th.
Not this season, I'm sorry. Other seasons, G on top of the game, but not this season. But
I mean, he's been in. But again, sadly, I'm gonna have to move past it. We can't dwell on it until we get to the top 10. In number 17th place, we have Jared Bowen with 3 points.
If you don't know football, pack your shit up and go, nigga.
Keith had him in an 8. 3 points. He was the only person who had it.
Yeah.
I think it's a decent. That's nothing too great. I think it's a decent.
I think for me, it deserves to be higher. He's not on my list.
But
he's not on my list. But I thought Mandem would put them in because ball knowledge and all of that. Because I didn't have space, you know.
You know those honorable mentions. Honorable mentions. Like
there were plenty of people I wanted to have on the list,
but
I couldn't have because of this again.
But Bowen has been cooking.
He's been decent. He's been decent, definitely. He's definitely
last season he was cooking. This season he was cooking.
Okay,
yeah, that's decent.
First time ever. Oh wow! Like first time. Okay, you see. Okay, cook, my guy. If one name comes out from your list.
There's gonna be some interesting ones.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that name for us to come off, and then it's a stinker.
There's something that's really very funny here, but okay.
I cannot lie.
Okay, in 16th place we have Dominic Solanke. I think I was hoping he was going to be high. I sadly didn't have him on my list. People who had him on his list was Marco had him in at 9th, and you had him in at 9th also alongside Marco. So he's in there with 4 points. I wanted him to be there, but he's just again.
Who made your list? Who was it? You missing out on the life of
You're gonna see. I wanted to have him in, but
not even one name has been mentioned from your side.
Yeah, so far no.
It disclosed Lily said
So then in 15th place we have Bukayo Saka.
Gets out. Gets out.
Only
that
one
right
person,
wing. That right wing, bro.
Only one person has him on the list.
Oh, Peter.
Keith.
He does the things, bruh.
He has.
I'm paying lately. He's been shitty, but he's very crucial for Arsenal. That right wing dog. He does.
No, don't get us wrong.
He's the only option. Of course,
but
it's going to be crucial.
At the same time, you need to understand. Dude. Okay, like Saka is. I get where you come from. Saka is.
He is important.
He's crucial,
but this season,
going
off of this season, he's probably been not that good. Yes, I think he's been their best performer.
You see,
and
it goes downhill. Goes downhill from here.
The Saka disrespect is crazy.
No, listen. We're not saying. No, listen, bro.
We didn't say best players.
We're not saying.
I'm paying well on paper in terms of assists and goals.
No, besides even that. No, okay.
So
not even stats. I want you to if you want to the perfect game to look at that rounds up Saka season this season. If you go to the Liverpool versus Arsenal FA Cup game. And you look at Saka's performance.
FA Cup.
No, I'm saying, but I'm saying that performance has summed up his season. That's been Saka this whole season.
But but I don't think you can sum it up from one game purely because of.
No, I get it, but I'm not joking. No, I'm not
locking up the whole team, bro.
No, I'm not saying, but I'm saying what I'm trying to say is that.
Listen. Gomez has been on job.
That's not what I'm trying to say.
I'm saying when you judging Saka
the bias. I understand. Listen what I'm trying to say. Okay. I'm not judging him.
Lately he's been ass. But those other games he's been crucial.
This is the thing. I'm not judging him. Just hear me out, right? I'm not judging him by that game alone. I'm saying that performance is kind of the performances he's been putting out this season for each and every game. Those are the performances he's been giving out this season. Not like last season where even if he doesn't have the goal or the assist, he's probably the most crucial player. He's the one creating everything. He's the player who's the most dangerous player on the pitch, game in, game out. Whereas this season, I feel like, you're a good point. He's tired. He's a young player. No, listen here.
He's tired.
No, but look. At the end of the day, he's just a young. He's a 21, 22-year-old kid. You know what I'm saying? He's the main guy they're relying on, game in, game out. He's hardly getting a rest. And don't get me wrong. Yes, you're the main guy. You have to still be putting up the performance. Like you have to be putting up those performances either way. But you can't expect him to have 10 out of 10 performances every single season, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Course,
but at the same time, I do still.
Wow! Pay the race card on him.
However,
cancel him. Wow, guys. Wow.
However, I do still think that it still speaks volumes, the fact that you were the only person who had him in the list. I do think it still speaks volumes.
What did he put him in what number?
He had him in 6th place. Which, I have Pila in this list. An Arsenal fan, he didn't have him in this list.
He probably put Saliba and stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
Broski, in what world do you think Osaka makes it in this list?
This season.
When are you telling me?
Lately, he's been
this whole season.
This whole season. He's not been on job
this season. The season he has not been good. I'm sorry, he just hasn't been this good.
From the levels we know, there are better players performing better than him.
But again, we have to move on. We're still on 15th, so I know it's a very controversial situation here. But
I'm sorry,
we have to move on. But again, you're the only person who had him on the list, so I don't know. He was in there with 5 points.
After this video drops, man has to dye his hair black and he comes back. Saka.
Yeah, he needs to dye his hair back. Maybe
Saka.
But then
these.
Moving on, in 14th place we have a tie between Van Dijk, Garnacho, Trippier, and Julian Alvarez.
Alvarez, what is Alvarez doing here?
Whoa. There's a whole lot of names there.
So, Again, Van Dijk,
Doesn't deserve to be there, but okay.
Garnacho, Trippier, and Alvarez.
Garnacho has been Manchester United best player
True, but I don't think
by far.
But I don't think he should be on the list
this season. You shouldn't.
I feel like there's been better players.
Exactly.
There's been
But
better players. But I can agree.
Menu?
Yeah. I mean, Kobe Mainoo was also.
Nah,
he's
not
a
yet.
shout, you know what I'm saying?
Not yet.
But
not yet.
I can see.
Not yet, but I reckon.
Yeah.
He plays, but not as good as Garnacho. Garnacho is the best player for Manchester United. And Van Dijk.
Van Dijk's in 14th.
It's Alvarez and
In what way? Man,
What you say? Are you saying he shouldn't be in the list?
he's too low.
He's too low.
He's too low, bro.
If I'm not mistaken,
This brother should be hitting.
you're saying he's too low, but you didn't have him on the list at all.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you a reason why. No, I'll tell you a reason why. I'll tell you a reason why. Nah. My reason is valid, you know. Me personally, I wanted to have maximum 2 players per team.
Okay.
Exactly.
I get that.
So therefore, I wouldn't have 10 names from Liverpool. That'd be unfair. And
I get you,
We
I
are the
get
best
you.
team there. We're on top of the table with the least amount of goals conceded. Are you insane, bruv? Exactly. So therefore, I limited myself to 2 players per team. That's why I couldn't have Van Dijk. But again, we'll see.
Another day we thank God Trent is injured. Another day we
But Van Dijk, for him being there, nah, that's
But
foul.
essentially-
that is foul. For the best defender in the league to be there, scraping the likes of Garnacho and their man Trippier.
But just to go through,
Pilar.
Pilar had Van Dijk in 5th. Sosibo had Garnacho in 5th, which is crazy.
That's what my list is. You told me my list is whack. So mine was
Okay, let's compare Garnacho and Saka. And Saka, who's been putting shift
I think,
after
yeah.
shift.
Saka, nigga.
Garnacho, bro. What?
My word!
Exactly, my word!
Nah, I'm not having
My
this. I'm
word!
And like I said, we're still on 14th. I have to move on. I understand there's some
My
arguments to
word.
be had
Mr.
here,
Bicycle.
but I have to move on. So in 13th place, we have Jeremy Doku,
Nah.
Bernardo Silva,
Disrespect again. Alvarez, now Silva.
Leon Bailey, and Douglas Luiz with 7 points.
Yo.
In 13th place.
Imagine.
So I'm gonna go on to you because you were the person who had Douglas Luiz in this list, the highest out of everyone.
Yes.
I think you're the only one who had him in. You had him at 4th. You're the only person
yes.
who had him in. Now I understand your shout. You have to have an Aston Villa player firstly. And
No,
I think,
it's
not even besides that.
it's not even
He's
besides
probably
that.
been one of their best
On
players
job.
this season.
On
You know what I'm saying?
job.
I think competing alongside Ollie Watkins.
Watkins, of
You know what I'm
course.
saying?
Watkins.
I think you should have. He was one of the people I was definitely debating to have him in my list. Him and Bernardo Silva that didn't make it sadly for me. But these two were the people I was
Bernardo's
debating the
technical
most to have
ability,
them.
dog, is just
I think Bernardo Silva is one of the most underrated players. in the
underrated.
league.
Cool.
And
This isn't.
it's insane because he's such a good player. He's such an amazing player.
That disaster class. Pep put Bernardo at number 6 role. Disaster.
I mean, that's not his position.
Worst-
though. Like, you can't be
Yeah,
mad at
I'm saying for Pep. What game was that? I think it was the Liverpool game, if I'm not mistaken. Putting
That's
Bernardo
right, bro.
at 6, it's criminal. When you have Kevin Phillips on the bench, vile.
But I mean,
The most-
I think you can clearly
Phillips
see. You
need
can
that.
clearly see that Pep did not have.
Yeah, he does not like him. I understand.
What's up, Philip?
But no.
I get it, guys.
Now, you have a natural number 6 on the bench. When you take Bernardo Silva, you stuck him up at 6. You saw how much he drowned.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
drowned.
but I can't have him for just one game. But
Yeah,
one
but
game.
I'm not saying he should be high or low or anything. But I'm saying like,
But
yeah,
again-
he's been cooking.
But
to quickly
go.
Udoki now. Udoki deserves to be with the likes of Alvarez.
I think Bego had Doku in and like.
Hey, Oitaje, probably lost time.
No.
That's Nyan. That's Nyan.
No, Douglas Luiz. What?
That Doku dribble hit
I-
that crack, boy.
He's in the
I know, I
He's in
understand.
the gulag, but at this point, to Douglas Luiz. Oh, what? I'm failing to understand. Imagine. Why do you think Aston Villa are there? Like, where they are?
And it's not I'm gonna cut the nigga off.
But no, man. Do you watch Douglas Luiz?
I get you, man. I understand.
Jogging.
But like I said, sadly,
He's in your top 10.
Yeah, bro.
He had him highest. He had him in fourth. He was the highest.
Man
person.
kicks ball for a living.
I think in fourth.
Yeah.
Besides in fourth, I think he was the only person who had him in the list. Yeah, he was the only person who had him on the list.
Imagine.
Honestly speaking, I understand your shout. I understand your shout. He's been there.
Eliminate Rodri because Rodri is out of this world. Anyways, he's the best six this season. Best six this season. By far. Who?
Someone else who is gonna be mentioned later on. But okay. But again, moving on. Going on to 12th place, we have Pedro Porro with 10 points.
Who the flip?
Two people had him in.
No. It's a decent shout.
Two people had him in.
It is, no cap.
So Sibo had him in 6th.
Ngobi had him in.
And Ngobi had him in also in 6th. Both had him in 6th. It's a decent shot.
It's good.
Yeah. I think he's been one of their best players.
It's not a horror shot.
See, most that defense for Tottenham has been really good this season. Yeah, like Pedro Porro, Udoku, Romero, you know what I'm saying, and Van der Ven. I think that defense to be honest has been very good this season. To be honest, Tottenham in general has been very good this season. You have to admit.
Yeah, okay.
But
there are 4 goals against Jackson. Nicholas Jackson scored a hat-trick.
I mean, if you really want to talk about it, Tottenham is the only team to beat Liverpool this season.
No, listen.
Controversial. It's crazy.
To me, that is not even a loss because the whole system was against us. You understand? You know, it was a shame.
But I'm just,
It's not enough. The system is on.
The system is rigged. Bruv, put my 5-year-old brother there in the VR room. We come back with the 3 points like men. Like room, man.
I get you.
Bruv. Tottenham.
The last person.
They've never beaten us. When's the last time Tottenham have beaten us? Exactly. You can't even think of a game. Could never.
But again,
they use the system to annihilate us.
Moving on.
But it's fine.
Moving on. The last person who didn't make it on the list, who made it on 11th, just missing out on the top 10 list, is Vicario with 11 points. Now, I want you to understand how he made it here. Vicario has 11 points. You had him in a 10th, which is a decent shot. I think he's been one of the best goalkeepers in the league this season.
I have my own reasons, yeah.
Marco has him first.
They're thinking.
And there's being biased.
I say thinking, being biased, and just like thinking shit. And like we can differentiate between all these 3 factors that goes in a person's mind. First is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I understand he's a Tottenham fan.
He's a Tottenham fan.
Yeah,
for him, he's probably been a revolutionary player, going from Hugo Lloris to.
Yeah. He must think
he's savior.
He must think he's Manuel Neuer or something. Because at this rate, first. So if the season could end now, best player.
Yeah. So according to Ngobi,
best keeper.
Vicario is the best player in the Premier League so far. According to Marco.
He's the best player kicking ball.
According to him, he is the best player.
Nah, I don't think so.
Which is
I put him at 10th because, like, yeah, man.
But yeah, now we're getting.
I'm shocked that's coming from you.
No, why? No.
I'm sure Ellison.
No, I get it. Ellison was in. For me, the criteria was the best performing. Well, Ellison does this on a regular basis where he's just the best goalkeeper. You know, so man, Vicario, we do not expect this. Or
true.
Vicario, this. No, we thought some Serie A youth, lanky as hell. You know, probably has diabetes type 2 or everything. But he
comes in and he's been saving Tottenham. He's been saving them for real.
We do not expect this from Vicario. Whereas Alisson is just a regular.
However, speaking of Alisson, he makes number 10 with 14 points.
My dog there.
He makes it in number 10. He just beat Vicario with 3 points. 2 people had him in. But they had him in very high.
Oh, so that's why
he high.
He would be like number 10 or 9 for me.
So Pila had him in 4th. Yeah. And Kwando had him in 4th.
The clean sheets you have. The
save. I mean, like you still have to respect Alisson.
Big balls.
Alisson is probably still the best goalkeeper in the Prem right now. Probably even the world, to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Please.
Until Courtois comes back in, but I'm saying
Courtois
you know what I'm saying?
Once you get that knee passed up,
fist with him.
But I think you can clearly see. I mean, Alisson
saving
has been an
Liverpool.
unbelievable player. I mean, you're looking at that defense right now for Liverpool. They've been unbelievable. And even once you get past that, you have like the ultimate insurance policy and Alisson comes.
It's like, you know, when you're playing a game and then there's the final stage called the big boss.
I know.
He's the definition of big boss. You know, when we talk about goalkeepers, we talk about him, the generationals, everything he has. Well, ball distribution,
I mean,
shaky at times.
Yeah, it could be, but he's still one of the best at it, either way.
Goalkeeper must make saves, not play.
Yeah, with the feet, you know what I'm saying?
Feet.
Like, we ain't no Onana's type
Exactly.
shit.
Not
but I mean,
you know, so therefore, even though, but Alisson deserves.
But I mean, yeah, Alisson makes the top 10. He's got 14 points, so he's moving on.
Top clean sheets and least goals conceded.
Yeah. I think there was even that stat where he's leading the highest in terms of like I think like the XG in terms of like goals against his business. I think it was like 11 something around.
Even have the highest pass.
So that's just crazy. That's just crazy.
Yeah, but
so I mean, he deserves to be in the top 10.
Number 10, let's start cooking. Goalkeepers union are out the window. You see now we get to the nitty-gritty.
In number 9. I also have to mention from this point onwards, every player who's mentioned from this point onwards, I have him on my list. So my whole list was in the top 10 essentially.
So
okay.
Look at our list.
Fair. No, I created my list first before I even went and asked you guys. I created my list first.
We're gonna need evidence of that.
So something, yeah.
If you want to take it like that, fine. But the number 9 we have.
So the whole top 10 is there from you.
No, not there's some couple ties in between.
Okay, I want to see the outline that you had.
Alisson. Alisson's the only person I didn't have in the list.
So there must be a name which you have, which is outside.
Wait, so top 10 HQ.
No, the thing is, within the list, I don't have, because I didn't know how I was gonna do it. So within the top 10 list, there's more than 10 players, but because some are a tie in certain positions.
Yeah, I want to see who was that outlier for you who had like outside the top 10.
Outside the top 10?
Yeah.
There isn't a player I don't have outside. Oh, it would have been probably, because number 9, we have a tie. We have Maddison and Cole Palmer.
Oh, okay, we have like joints.
Yes, we have joints in certain positions.
So all your top 10 is in the top 9, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, reasoning.
So now we have Maddison and Cole Palmer in 9th.
This season, not 10 games. This season. Not 10 games.
Now, I had Maddison in.
Now,
I had him in 10th, and I want to explain my situation for it, right?
Please.
I had him.
State your case.
No, what I'm saying, like,
honorable member.
No, okay, don't.
The floor is yours.
Yeah, okay, like. Firstly, we look at James Maddison relegated with Leicester, and even when he gets relegated, we still know that he probably was one of their best players, right? We're looking at the markets. We're seeing teams like Manchester United signing. What's the bum from? Got that Mason Mount, you know what I'm saying? We're seeing Enzo Fernandez is going for like over 100 million. Caicedo's going over 100 million. Then we get.
I'm still shocked. To this day, I'm baffled.
And now we're getting.
I show 50 nigga, hundreds.
But then we get James Maddison. James Maddison, I think they bought 40 million. 40 million. Signed him for 40 million, right?
British.
He comes in, yes. And this is also a reason why I had him in 10th, because he hasn't played that as many games. But the games he has played, I feel like he was probably one of the best midfielders in the league. He literally became, especially since we're looking at Harry Kane leaving the team, we're thinking Spurs are going to suffer. They're losing their creative force, their goal scorer and everything like that. Maddison comes in, wears a number 10, and he becomes the team's creative force. Everything that Spurs was doing was going through James Maddison. The amount, he's getting shouts to being back in the England team now. People are saying it should be him, Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, or Phil Foden somewhere in there, you know what I'm saying? But he has been probably one of the best players, until that injury, of course. But I feel like this season, if you want to go best performing players, the games he's performed, I think it's been a decent amount of games he was performing in. He was performing game in, game out. He's been probably one of the best performing players in the league. But again, I had him in 10th because he just hasn't played that many games, got injured. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't have him any higher than that. But, I mean, you clearly don't agree so far with the looks you've been giving me, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, quality player all around, man. Yeah, sensational player and all that. But yeah, I think his injury track record will hold him back and will not be able to put him in a topic where he's like basing the folders because of his injuries, because the best have exactly the time that they step on job
the best ability is your availability
on job for a while,
yeah,
and with medicine that is impossible, so to say so. But yeah,
that's Cyborg in down for a Tottenham element.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, true. Like I'm saying, he's been probably one of the best players this season. One of their best players.
But yeah, when's the last time I saw that man? I think it was in August.
Yeah, it's been alright. Like obviously, you know what I'm saying.
So for me, it's kind of like yeah. If you are still rocking on now, definitely a top 5 finish for him, no doubt. But
I mean, a couple people had him in, like I said, I had him in 10th. Peeler had him in 8th. You know what I'm saying? So like, no one really had him that high. Just a lot of people had him in.
Just
in him, like, you know what I'm saying?
Not bad.
But I think his counterpart, who's a tie with him on 17 points, Cole Palmer.
Class.
Now I didn't have him in my list. I didn't even have him in my list at all. You know what I'm saying?
The fact that Saka isn't here, man, I don't know what you're asking me.
Stop glazing Saka.
I'm not glazing him, bro.
We're down with Saka.
Yeah. So like Cole Palmer, we're looking here.
Yeah. Okay.
Bego has him in 10. You know what I'm saying? Ngome, I think you had him in 6th. Yeah, he had him around 6th.
Yeah.
Kwando has him in 5th. Sosibo has him like in 8th. You know, Zukis has him in 9th. Just like, you know, again, nothing crazy. Nothing too crazy, but I think he's probably, as much as he's maybe in terms of like overall performance, maybe not, but he's probably been one of Chelsea's best players this season.
He is.
Yeah. He's been crucial for them.
He's coming there and
very crucial.
Maybe in that team, he's not the best technical player, but he's coming from the school.
Who's the best technical
player? I'm saying maybe like I think if you know, like, okay, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, I didn't say it right. You look at him, he's coming from Manchester City, right? You're looking at a team who's
top class academy
that's full with just technical players all over, and he probably wasn't the most technical looking at them. Like comparison with like the Kevin De Bruyne's, the Fodens, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously,
class,
you know what I'm saying? You take that kid away, you put him into that Chelsea team, and he looks miles ahead of everyone else right now. You've seen maybe he's not the fastest, he's not the quickest, maybe the best, not the best dribbler, but his intellect, I think his IQ is unbelievable. I think he's literally just carrying that team sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
very much.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you may say the penalty goals, but you still need to step up there and score those goals. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think you look at that game against Manchester City, for instance. You know what I'm saying? You stand up there. 3-3. I think that the scoreline is 4-4. Sorry, 4-4.
Game of the season.
You come in there. You know what I'm saying? Against your old club, you're Manchester City born and bred, you know what I'm saying? You come there last minute, you know what I'm saying? You steal that penalty away from I think it was Sterling. I think took it away from him.
Sterling would have missed.
He's saying I'm taking this. You put that ball down there and he scores that goal.
For my old club.
You know what I'm saying? He scores that old goal, you know what I'm saying? So moments like that, I think those are what make great players, you know what I'm saying? No, I think he warrants a spot, I guess. I think in the top 10. I think he warrants it.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say England.
No, England. I feel like that there's too many people. I think there's just still too many ballers in that team. I think just warrants a spot in the top 10. I think, especially for the form he's been in, like in these last couple of games. You know what I'm saying? I think he warrants a spot. 9th is nothing too great. I think that's a decent spot for him.
Yeah, man. Considering that he plays with literally 200 plus bums behind him every single game.
You know,
so
Nicholas Jackson.
No, forget the Jackson. Jackson is allowed. I think Jackson is allowed to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's
on the floor.
allowed. You know what I'm saying?
You know, because
they didn't pay much for him even,
Exactly.
to be honest. He
You know,
wasn't
so-
paid to be the main striker anyways.
Them type of goals there, one goal in 5. It's calm because we know, like, we're not gonna get the best of or something. But those two
Really,
bums,
yes.
Caicedo and Enzo,
Nah.
sorry, bro. Those two.
By the way,
guys are-
I'm just curious to ask:
What?
do you think for Cole Palmer, his best position for Chelsea right now, should it be on that right wing or in that 10 position?
10, bro.
10,
10, bro. He
In
dissects
that
the game
10
like Hitler there. Like, bro, he
Yeah,
owns
corner,
it.
facial history, okay.
No, but yeah, the way he's on job.
No.
When you talk about a player on job, he
Yeah, I'd
ticks.
say definitely.
He talks.
He's been pretty.
Yeah, he moves like a clock. But whoa, Cole Palmer. Whoa, Iman, you know, I had like
What?
I'm not gonna say it wrong because I said transfer fee was 40 million, right? Thought that was mad crazy.
That was a crazy amount of
Thought it
money,
was mad crazy.
especially for someone who hasn't played many games.
Exactly.
But when he does play,
Yeah, he's been decent. Like,
He
he's been
does.
decent.
He's been decent.
And it's crazy to think because
Now
I
it's
thought
justifying.
I thought Cole Palmer was probably going to be our new right winger, considering how Riyad Mahrez is leaving.
exactly as he
You
should
know
have
what I'm
been.
saying? And I look at it and like you're saying, like he scored in the community shield. You know, yes, we
Yeah.
lost that game, but he still scored in that game. You're looking at
Sevilla,
the
he
Super Cup.
balled.
The Super Cup, he also scored in that game. So I thought, you know,
Okay.
it's clearly
He's
and
in
we've
the
seen
plan.
we've seen games where his dribbling has been amazing. Maybe he just lacked a bit
He
of that
steps up to the
IQ.
ability.
I feel like he lacked a bit. Sometimes he didn't know when to pass the ball sometimes or when to take a shot, or he maybe just do too much sometimes. So obviously that can be trained into him and everything like that. But then obviously he made that shock move and going to Chelsea.
Not sharp, bro. You know when it's
Wait for the
in
game
life.
time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Exactly.
true,
It's
true.
that player who I know my worth. You know that.
Yeah,
type of
true,
person,
true.
I know
And
my
you have
worth.
to respect that. For
Exactly.
him to leave that
Even in
team and be the
football,
best player now for Chelsea,
Well, you
have to
you
respect
went
that.
away from the trophies and you went from like to being a 10th placed man. That is admirable.
Yeah,
from him.
you have to respect that. You
10th
have to
place
respect that. You have to
from
respect
first.
that. True.
Treble to 10th. I don't think you're deep in it. For him psychologically, I don't think Fusi he was right in his brain. Me, sorry, I'm not leaving. I want the Super Cups, I want the Club World Cup, I want all the trophies. I'm
But
gonna
then-
yam them.
But then,
But
but to be honest, that speaks of a really good player. Like, you know what, I'm gonna leave this club knowing that it's winning, and I'm gonna be the best player here for Chelsea. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna challenge myself. You know?
Yeah, that's
you gotta
good.
respect
But
that.
he needs to be checked mentally.
True. But then moving on, in eighth place we have Trent Alexander-Arnold in 8th place. He made my list in 9th. Pila had him in 7th. You had him in 5th. And the person who had him in highest was Moby in 3rd place. So he got 20 points.
He's his favorite.
He got 20 points. But come on, man.
Understand it.
Trent
So,
Alexander-Arnold. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
So, man.
Yes, we may criticize him for his defensive.
Even this defensive
side.
is not
True.
bad this season.
You know
I'm
what
not
I'm
gonna
saying?
lie. No.
Yeah, I get.
I don't even hype it up to this level. I'm like, oh, okay, it's not being
It's
bad.
not really
I'm
been.
good.
It's better than last season.
Exactly.
Better than- But I think
You see, he lost up Martinelli, even though
But-
Konate has
Martin.
No. Forget the last game.
I'm not-
game. No, there he dribbled
Yeah,
dribbled
he-
past Trent there.
Trent-
Trent's knee was
Trent-
flipped. Trent's knee was flipped, so he couldn't defend. You know, that's why he's injured now because his
No,
knee
yeah.
and everything.
But-
he
but-
was complacent. And
but-
everything. But what I want to say is Trent.
Oh,
What a guy!
That's what I'm saying.
What a man!
Like, besides obviously defensively, we've always had his thing, but he's been better this season. But
Yeah, he is.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
I'm
please.
pretty sure he's not on this list because of his defensive acumen so far this season.
I mean,
I think
no.
Trent Alexander-Arnold has been probably one of the best creative forces in the Premier League this season. If not the best creative
Facts.
force in this Premier League this season. The things that man is doing from a right back, he has revolutionized what a right back is. I'm crazy shout, hard take within this video. I think if you want to take player for player, he's probably, for me, the best
Facts.
right back I've ever seen in the Premier League. In terms of just pure technical ability. Obviously, all time, I'm still taking Kyle Walker because you got to put in the trophies, and he's still been an amazing player. He's been
defensive.
You know, defensively, he's been attack
But
wise,
not
he's been
attacking
amazing.
me.
Yeah, obviously,
Oh, man.
yeah, true.
Exactly.
But I mean, for being a good balance, being a good
he
balance,
is only a-
adding in the trophies, but whatever. But if I'm taking it for a player, his ability, just who he is, Trent Alexander-Arnold, man. What this man is doing game in game. The amount of games he's winning by himself for this
That
team.
City goal, he saved me from a lot of trouble, not gonna lie, man.
The game, that free kick he scored, that should have been his goal. That should have been his goal. It should have been his goal. That the amount of last minute winners he's been scoring for this team, the creativity.
Arsenal, alone. Oh.
I mean, I think if you want to talk about a generational player, like I think Trent Alexander-Arnold is out there. You know what I'm saying?
Second.
Personally,
I want to hear your thoughts.
Because you seem very
quiet and
quiet
just
about this,
neglecting this whole Trent Alexander-Arnold thing. Nah, speak.
I feel like
You see, this is the problem. He feels
No,
nobody knows.
okay.
knows.
I know. Let him talk.
Let it speak.
But okay.
A good shout, man. In terms of creative ability throughout this season, I'm paying. Lately, he's been ass. He's been ass.
Who?
Ability. Trippier.
Oh, he's saying Trippier. Oh, he's saying
Trippier.
Okay,
Creatively, has been beautiful as a right back.
True.
What do you think I was gonna say?
I think you're still talking about
Trent, because that's what the subject of the topic.
Those 7 assists and that Isak combo and Trippier has been beautiful to watch.
True.
Even in the okay, I guess it's coming in Champions League, but Trippier.
Yeah, true. I understand. Sadly, though, but again, he just missed the top 10. Sadly,
We said talk about Trent and Trippier.
but then
What do you want me to say about Trippier? Suck his dick.
No, I want to hear
your thoughts.
I want to get your
I mean, he's in
insights.
8th place right now.
He's good.
And you didn't have him.
you
You
talk
didn't
about
have him on the
Trippier.
list. You didn't have him on the list. So,
I
you
didn't
know what I'm saying?
He's been good. I'm big.
He's been. I think he's been probably.
But
amazing.
do you have some sort of difference towards him? Nah,
Well, like bias.
no, you can lie. There are players who I don't like. Rashford, like
No one likes Rashford.
I mean, I don't like Martinelli, so you know what I'm saying. We all have our own.
yeah.
Little.
Okay, it's
I just don't like
We're not going to
that
them
fake
this.
ass Brazilian. You know what I'm saying? But moving on.
That nigga, GQ. Fake Ento and fake home.
Like
That was your boy, by the way.
made in China. No, listen.
Titan.
You had Stockton, Anthony. You had Stockton.
No, listen,
And he can cause us there.
listen. At Ajax, yes, everyone who touched pitch at Man U is gonna be shit. So therefore, if you went anywhere else, I'll be still backing him, but not at Man U.
But sadly, we're not talking about Anthony.
He's nowhere near.
Nowhere near the
If
top.
we're to create the top 10 worst players, he'll be there.
Probably.
Exactly.
That's a decent video idea, to be honest.
He'll be first.
But okay, but again, Trent
Trent.
deserves his flowers, I think. Should he be on starting right back for England? Starting right back?
I mean, it's gonna depend on the system because
Yeah, true. We all know Southgate be.
Because now, if Southgate plays against France and Mbappe is here and Trent watching here, brother,
It's gonna be. But I feel like he should.
he's getting touched.
But I feel like some way or the other, I feel like Trent needs to be in the starting 11. One
Somehow,
way or the other.
exactly. That's why
One way,
the system
yeah.
is important
Midfield.
because the Liverpool system backs Trent
Yeah,
highly
true.
Because of Konate.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he locked down
You
the
can't- and sometimes you
centre
have
forward
like-
and
We've seen this way,
You
eh?
have like so much.
Konate.
But okay, moving on from Trent, obviously he was in 8th place with 20 points.
Place. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
In number 7 we have William Saliba
Good shot.
with 21 points. So he just beat Trent with 1 point. I had Saliba in 6th.
Can I please not speak?
Oh, 7th I mean. Bego had him in 9th, Pila had him in 6th, Quando had him in 8th, Sosibo 7th, and Marco had him in 8th. So more or less in the 8th, 7th,
He's been good.
I think
been
he's
good.
he's
been
definitely
clean.
been one of the best,
Yeah.
best defenders this season.
Don't wanna lie.
Crazy shout though. I personally think he's the best centre back in the league this season. I think he's been the best. You don't want to talk about.
You know his guy is not there.
You know this guy.
His guy is not there.
I mean, according to points, he's beaten by a couple. You know what I'm saying? But I personally, I think Saliba's been the best centre back in the league so far. I think Konate probably would beat it, but I think Konate plays a couple games and gets injured. Plays a couple games injured, so I think Salucci's been more consistent with it, so that's why I put him up there. Van Dijk also is obviously still up there in the top, definitely top 3. You know what I'm saying? Between Konate, Saliba, and I think they're in there. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck you mean? Niggas are calling this splurge. No, and
You don't rate Saliba?
You know?
I'm not gonna speak on this one, please.
Wait, I'm actually.
What do you mean you're going to speak on
This is
one?
MKB. This is a football channel that we talk about. We discuss these things. So what? You clearly have an issue with Saliba. Well, what's going on?
It's not with Saliba. It's the Mandem lining up the whole list. The Mandem lining up the whole list.
What you mean?
It's just twisted. But it's fine. You know what? I prefer to not say anything because Saliba, class guy, beautiful, love him. But
Okay.
a certain man should be above a minute. But
Ooh, the man bun, waves, haircuts.
he has everything in one. Imagine, bro.
But okay.
It's fine.
But, Saliba was in there with 21
Very
points.
crucial for Arsenal.
7th, I mean.
Everyone's crucial for Arsenal. Even that bum Usaka is crucial for Arsenal. Of course he's gonna be crucial. No, of course he's gonna be crucial.
There's
for
like 3
Usaka
crucial players for Arsenal.
Bruv, if you're
There's
a 3
crucial players.
if you're a 3 and
Let's
you
not
give
mention
off
all of them
oxygen,
yet because you don't know if they're gonna pop up in the list yet. But
I know, man. I know him.
could never be. I'm sorry.
But yeah, moving
Okay.
on.
What?
In 6th place.
Okay.
In 6th place we have another Arsenal player in Declan Rice.
Oh,
You don't-
okay.
What are you talking about?
Oh your God.
Oh no! This season, no. This season, no.
I was
think
like,
so.
what the hell are these niggas smoking? Yeah, okay, yeah, cross signing with
Okay.
every single penny. Yeah.
This one,
That's CTM.
this one, I personally had him. I think I had him in. Oh no, I'm not. Oh sorry, I'm not. I had him in very high. I had him in 3rd. I had him the 3rd best player in the Prem so far this
3rd?
season. Yeah, I had him
You?
in 3rd. Yeah, I had him in 3rd. I think he's been class this season, but I'm gonna get into that. You had him in. 7th. You had him in 7th. Marco had him in 10th. The person who had him in highest was Pila, with 2nd. Pila, Arsenal fan. But I'm saying, okay, I had him in 3rd because, again, I'm going to bring back some of the points I've made. I'm going to bring back some of the points
4
I've made.
versus 1.
We have, again, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, the 100 millions, right?
The 100 million.
We've seen the 100 million players, right?
It's a
Even like
Casemiro.
blue, 100 million.
The 100 millions. Yeah.
Declan Rice comes into this team for 100 million, right? Crazy amount of money. Probably even English tax probably puts in there, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Being West Ham's best player for so many seasons, probably.
Won the Conference League.
Lifting the
Left
trophy.
him with the Conference League
With his
captain.
biceps.
You know what I'm saying?
Immense.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
Bowen, you know, he was there, very crucial.
He comes into this Arsenal team.
That's big, man.
You know what? Paketa deserves
He deserves to be on this
He
list.
was my number 11. He was knocking on my top 10.
But then
But
you have Declan Rice. Comes into this Arsenal team for 100 million. And he looks like he's been there for years.
Dominates.
He's literally, firstly, he's a physical specimen. The way he's just able to just run with the ball and just carry the ball carrying ability he's had in his team so far. And I think Arsenal right now are the 2nd best defensive team in the league, if I'm not mistaken. So that triangle of Saliba, Declan Rice, and Gabriel, you know what I'm saying? I think he's really solidified this team defensively. I think Arsenal's issues this season has definitely been offensively. I think attack-wise, they've just been shite.
because of who?
Wait.
Who else is producing
It's not just him.
Who else?
Bro,
Who else?
Take the
Nigga?
penalty.
Who else,
Take the
nigga?
penalty.
Exactly, you can't
Take
name who
away the-
else. You
take
can't
away the
name,
penalties.
bro.
Take away the penalties, you'll see.
I mean, okay.
You will see.
Okay, at the end of the day,
Who else?
I do get that, but
No more,
don't
if not Saka.
don't just be
Who
saying,
else if not
because that
Saka?
whole attack has been horrible.
No.
That whole attack is
Wait,
horrible.
you know what you're gonna get from Jesus? It's not goals. It's just.
Bro said it.
But then, okay, I get that, but
I won't always score goals. He says,
Exactly. It's not whack. It's the truth.
I
He knows
understand that,
himself.
but at the end of the day, you're a number 9.
I'm
sorry.
How do you say that,
I'm
bro?
sorry, but
I
if
won't
you're
score
not,
goals, Jalo. Like, I can't focus for 90
He's
minutes on the game.
creating. He's everywhere on the pitch and everything.
I get, but that's not where we are right now. We're on Declan Rice, right? We're on Declan Rice. I don't know how we getting up to these.
Saka gets
But
tagged.
but Declan Rice, like I'm saying, like for 100 million, he comes in and he's been an unbelievable player for them. I think in that midfield has probably been their best midfielder this season.
Of course,
he's been their best midfield. I think he slowed down now. I think in a couple of games he's been slowed down a bit. But I think he's just been an unbelievable player this season. He's been performing at an unbelievable level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's revolutionized them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's showing some different types of... He's showing some different leadership qualities even sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I think he's even scoring like the last minute winners for them. I think what was the game where he scored that last minute win? So, obviously you had Declan Rice. Any other words for Declan Rice?
Class. He justifies that 100 million without a doubt. Unlike I said,
proper CPM.
Enzo, Mudryk.
So okay, now we move on to...
We have flops in the Premier League.
Yeah, we have
flops.
I'm gonna keep... We're exposed.
Yeah, that one cameo. I think that's Liverpool.
Milner. He could...
That one cameo.
Now Shiver is like, okay, this thing is on job. He's on job.
And after that, never again.
But he's
coming alright.
Yeah.
He's slowly but surely, but... Yeah, right, man.
In 5th place... So we're moving from...
This is the top 5, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the top 5.
Brace yourself. The top 5
Finally made it.
best Premier League players this season by far.
In 5th place, we actually have a tie in Rodri and Ollie Watkins with 31 points. So it's a 7-point jump from 6th. So that's done. Rodri and Ollie Watkins. I think
Rodri is so crucial for Man City, bruh. Like without him, dog, we crumble.
Yeah,
not like bad J.
You do like
you see.
I think we've lost every game Rodri wasn't in it. Every game with Rodri we've lost.
I don't like to say this, but I pray that man goes down.
That name was crucial knife for us to quadruple.
No, see, this guy even gets winning goals. Like, bro, you're a CDM.
Moments, dog.
You're a CDM. Stay at the back. Wait for the ball. It's coming to you. You stop the players.
Those clutch goals,
bro,
cannot go unnoticed.
Yeah. Even his output is mad crazy.
But I mean, I think we all know the quality of Rodri. We've been singing his praises for many years now.
Best midfielder in the league.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And then Douglas Luiz follows.
But we've been singing his praises.
Crazy.
No. Because Douglas Luiz does not get enough credits.
Yeah, I do get you. But I mean, we've been singing. We know what Rodri's on. We know what Rodri's on.
We're Arsenal. We're Aston Villa. Do you understand the dynamics? The shift that has been put in? Bro, you're talking to me 100 M's. Douglas Luiz, how much? You don't even know. Scruffy money, you know. He's been quality player. You know what?
What's that mean?
And I think could it be that maybe because Douglas Luiz is very rumored for Liverpool. Could this be also?
Oh, he's trying to push this narrative.
No,
okay.
not even. No.
But I'm just saying, like right now, you got not really playing with a proper six. I mean, Endo's been good. He's had some couple of good games, but he's also had some very shaky ones too, you know. But I'm thinking like you get Douglas Luiz in that 6th position probably.
I don't know, man. Number 6. You see, number 6. It's a very tricky position. It's like it's like the spine of your team, you know. So you have to get it very right and precise.
I get you. Okay, but again,
Douglas, I don't want him there.
I get you. Okay.
But I love him watching him from afar, but I don't love him here. You know.
I get you.
Exactly. It's like my girlfriend. You know.
But
okay, now.
Ollie Watkins. I mean, Ollie Watkins is also in 5th place. What a striker, man.
What a forward.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Back to back. Last season, NEC is still cooking.
Striker, man. I think he's up there in assists as well.
Yeah,
like
8 assists.
8 or 7 or 8 assists. He's been
cooking
right now this season. I mean, I did mention it too. I think when we were having this talk once upon a time where I said like if Harry Kane has to drop out of that.
We were having this.
And I said Ollie Watkins has to be in the striker role.
Tony? Tony.
I mean, don't get me wrong, obviously, but like we don't know what form he's gonna come back into when he, I don't get me still a class.
Ollie Watkins.
Ollie Solanke also, man. I'm saying, but I feel like what Ollie Watkins offers right now, like the
stability.
I think a couple of seasons ago, he was kind of more of a goal scorer, but now we can even see like the creative game. This hold up play has been unbelievable this season. The way he's just
you already mean talk, nigga, talk. Talk, nigga. Come on, man.
No. I mean, you rate him. I mean, you had him there in 8.
I'm not surprised of what Watkins is producing right now, because I know he's the type of player to produce that outcome. It's like people didn't rate him back then, and I did, so it's kind of like, okay.
It's not a surprise to you.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
man. I get it then.
Yeah, man, I have my stocks in Watkins, like, silent stocks, though. Like, I'm on crypto buying that.
I said silent. I said silent, I'm a stock.
Exactly, because you won't hear me going, Watkins! No.
Just
Watkins,
but I mean, he's been an amazing player this season. Man. He's been very crucial for what Aston Villa have been doing this season, so you got to give him his props and everything. So, yeah, they've been up there with 31 points. And now we're moving to 4th place.
Wow.
So top 4 now, the big boys. You know what I'm saying? Big boys.
Still stuck on Watkins.
Okay, top 4.
In 4th place, we have.
Whoa. Rescinded the whole 10 cards. I'm still stuck on Watkins.
Oh, on Watkins? Okay, I can give him his flowers.
Oh, I'm not ready.
What's wrong?
Watkins, man.
What's wrong? What?
Was
him higher or something? Or?
I've known him since Brentford days where the front three was a BMW. You know,
yeah.
What? But yeah, Imang, when we speak about big moves and everything, he's at a particular stage in his life where he's supposed to be knocking at a big club's door and everything. Where's the best suitable place for him?
If he has to go to.
Exactly, because he needs to take a step up. Vita are massive, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, it does kind of depend. I think it depends on what Aston Villa do this season, obviously. I mean, if they get the Champions League football, I mean, and Unai Emery, what he's cooking right
now. Which I doubt they're going to get.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It just depends.
Top 4 predictions, top 6
Unai
it just depends. But like, okay,
prove me wrong.
We're looking at maybe, let's say, okay, they don't get it and he has to make that move. I think looking at like an Arsenal maybe. Arsenal do need at number 9 a goal scorer. You know what I'm saying? They do need a goal scorer.
But who would be a better fit? Because I knew Arsenal was going to come up. Who would be a better fit between Ivan Toney or Ollie Watkins for Arsenal?
Now,
in terms of what they play and how Mikel Arteta lines it up. And,
true, I mean.
And the vision of Arsenal, essentially, because they need a...
It's just that I think
Saka has been carrying him.
It's carrying them to nowhere. When I tell you carry something and then you just stood there, to nowhere. Your back is heavy for no reason because you're not moving. You just carrying.
This Saka thing's really hurting you, huh?
England, man.
Broski, Ari Saka.
I mean, Ari Saka too, man. I think it's definitely just the season's just not been his season.
I'm feeling late.
It's not been his season. It's not been his season, man.
So,
but
yeah,
Oliver, like I said, I think it's tough. I think. I look at like Tony, and I feel like Tony is a very different player to like. I think Watkins is very similar, not very similar. I think quite similar to Jesus in terms of like the link up. Not at the same level as Jesus, obviously. I think Jesus.
You mentioned attributes that they have.
Yes,
similar.
You know what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah, but I think like the way they link up play, especially this season, Ollie Watkins, the way he's been linking up that attack for Aston Villa has been amazing. You know what I'm saying. Whereas I feel like when you look at someone like. Ivan Toney, he's not more of a target man, but more of like just that physical presence. You know what I'm saying? The way he's just able to hold up play to get everyone in and his goal scoring is elite. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he got like how many goals last 20 goals last season?
Yeah.
So I feel like
Ollie Watkins also. Like
I think personally, I if really I had to consider someone, I'd say I'd take an Ivan Toney for Arsenal over an Ollie Watkins, simply because I think Ivan Toney offers something very different for that attack compared to like an Ollie Watkins. Whereas Ollie Watkins, I think, more or less similar to what Jesus brings in, not at the same level, but I think Ollie Watkins is just a better goal scorer, obviously, than Gabriel Jesus currently. So I feel like, but I think if any other team really needs a striker like Ollie Watkins, I'd go with Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could also say a Chelsea, but That's where strikers go to die, really, to be honest. If you
Even
No, that's Man United, my fan.
Even Spurs. But
True. But I mean, what that one guy's been doing.
Winning, Pedro. Winning.
yeah, if Spurs want to really reinforce and go into all France, I mean, they have their all particular things to do it. But, so your final verdict was Tony over Watkins.
For Arsenal.
Probably,
yeah.
Player for player.
Player for player. Right now, I'm gonna go Watkins right now.
Of course, because he hasn't played.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. No, I'm changing. Well, I gotta go Tony. What Tony was doing for Brentford. What he was doing for Brentford.
Watkins, my name.
I'm gonna take for just what he was.
And last season and this season, crack.
Because I'm just thinking to myself like crack. A lot of strikers when you come from the Championship, you score like a crazy amount of goals for Championship, and you go to the Premier League and you still find a way to replicate that form in the Premier League, probably one of the hardest leagues in the world to perform in. And he did it for like season after season, and I'm like, I don't know. From what I remember of Ivan Toney, I still have to have him. I still got to put him over Watkins. But again, I think maybe because I've watched Watkins a bit more so far this season, especially that's how I've kind of just had him out there. A bit recency, but I've had to go player for player. Recency bias.
Oh, okay.
But again,
Racist.
moving on from that, in fourth place we have Phil Foden.
My God,
We have Phil Foden.
What?
I know you.
Now,
me.
What?
Now,
I'm yes, been cooking.
No.
But
I'm gonna speak on Foden. I'm gonna speak on Foden for this situation.
Before you even start, who are them niggas?
I had Foden.
Who them niggas?
I had Foden exactly where he landed. I have Foden exactly where he landed in fourth. I had him in fourth.
That's criminal.
I had Rodri in fifth.
That's criminal.
I had him.
What?
I'm going to mention why.
Whoa.
I had him in.
Before you state you I need to know.
Yeah, that's why I need to tell you the.
Who are these niggas? Who are these niggas?
I won't lie, some are a bit. Okay. I had Foden in fourth.
Wasn't in my top 10.
Bego had him in third. Kwan had him in seventh, which I think I can.
Is there?
Yeah, there. I top 5.
Zukisa had him in second.
You see, Man City.
I'm not done.
Man City.
I'm not done.
Fans.
Sosibo had him first.
Ha.
I will offset Ulga because how you gonna
Who these niggas?
Nah, bro.
Broski.
Nah.
First for them.
Now, okay, now. I want to talk on Foden. Because I had him in fourth. I had him above Rogi, which is in hindsight sounds very crazy. Okay,
these niggas must come here and state their case because they cannot get away with murder and fucking up the list like this.
Okay,
fucking up the list for real.
I refuse.
But okay, I want to speak on Foden this season, right? I've watched almost practically every single City game this season, correct? Whether it's and to be honest, Phil Foden this season, I feel, if you've been watching the games, the way he's been playing, personally, I think, especially with Kevin De Bruyne going out and everything like that, and then whenever you see Phil Foden playing, maybe especially in that 10 position, I think he's been an unbelievable player this season. Honestly speaking, I think he's been unbelievable. Every time he's on the ball, I'm expecting him to do something. I'm already expecting something to happen from him. He's even produced so many moments already this season. Like, besides even the Premier League, I have to go, if I go like FA Cup, if you go FA Cup, Champions League, there was a game in Champions League where we went 2-0 down, man came back, scored, got 2 assists and scored a goal. You literally carried the team on his back. You're looking at Everton, you're looking at when I think we were a goal down and then we came back because of Phil Foden. I think got 2 goals and he scored a screamer from outside the box. Phil Foden for me this season, I feel like he's honestly been looked down at so much, especially since Phil Foden. We've always looked at this player as like one of the best talented players in the Premier League, right? He's been touted as that, and people have always been looked at. But what's his best position? Is he a left winger, is a right winger, and everything like that? This season's been playing more or less in that 10 position, especially since Haaland got injured. He comes in there and he just slots in. I feel like the creativity he provides for this Manchester City team right now is unbelievable. He's making me really see a life without Kevin De Bruyne. Now, I'm not saying he's at the level of Kevin De Bruyne. Let's be honest. Kevin De Bruyne is on a different level. He's different gravy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not passing your born away.
But I am seeing some of the things the way. Firstly, since Riyad Mahrez is gone, I don't see a player who has a better first touch than in this Premier League right now. And when I say the first touch, I'm not just the way in which his first touch results in opportunities for the team. Like you see sometimes him catching the ball just before it goes outside, and then you see how that by him getting the ball just before it goes outside, you're seeing now opportunities getting created. Like I think there was this game, I think it was against, what was it? I want to say it was probably Bournemouth or what. I'm not so sure what the game was, but the ball was just about to go out, and then you see him save that ball because of his first touch, and then that provided an opportunity for Julian Alvarez to have that for that cutback. The way in which he glides on the ball sometimes, like the half turn, the way he's just able to make that half turn and just complete dismantle defenses sometimes. Like I think we've even seen this like in the Champions League once upon a time in the Champions League final, the way he was able to make that turn, destroy that Inter Milan defense. Obviously he didn't score the goal, but we're seeing him doing that in the Premier League consistently this season. I honestly think he's been one of the best players for City this season. I honestly do think that. And his creativity, even his numbers, if you want to talk about numbers too, his numbers this season has been at a decent level, to be honest. He's at a decent amount of numbers this season, if you want to talk about numbers too. But I've been loving watching for Foden this season. And me personally, I had him for it because I just really think he deserves that space. Now, I can clearly see maybe you guys don't agree with me, and that's okay with that. I don't mind that. I'm okay with it. But I think it's just been brilliant. I think it's been amazing.
My top five. My top five.
Things to address here.
Okay, no problem.
First of all,
the road you disrespect is crazy.
Mad crazy.
It's crazy.
First of all. Second of all, bruv, I heard you. Listened attentively. You spoke about Champions League. Now,
okay.
Why would you get attention?
Okay.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. We are doing a Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't include FA Cup, doesn't include anything.
Okay.
Premier League solely.
Okay.
Not last season.
Third of all,
okay.
You talked about
last season
as well. It's not best 10 players performing this year. It was this season.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fourth, you talked about him saving balls as if he's some sort of gay Superman. No.
Okay.
His only attributes which you listed, which he super exceeded his first touch. I understand first touch is crucial, but what more do you have to your game? I understand. I'm not belittling him in any way, but I'm saying when KDB has not been there for City, I don't think he has stepped up to the plate as some of us had expected, and therefore I don't know. They're playing that 10 with Alvarez because Haaland was still in there. Haaland was out for 4 games. Exactly. Where Alvarez was the main 9, and then Phil Foden had that type of 10 to operate. Now we couldn't see Phil Foden performing at his best with Alvarez there. So therefore, it makes me question: can he actually do partnership? Because you can see Kevin De Bruyne. I'm not comparing Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan. They're working for Ilkay Gundogan, box to box. Exactly. So now, if Phil Foden cannot do that with Julian Alvarez,
but then okay,
there was Phil Foden has some stinkers. Not necessarily to say so, like in terms of like his games where he should have stepped up and he didn't. And for me,
he's not at that level.
Exactly.
True,
Where
I get you.
Up.
I get you.
He's not here. Step up, and he.
But in recent form, though.
Recent form. I get it.
Cooking to his highest degree.
I'm giving him that.
Throughout so far this season, no.
It's a no.
I hear where you guys are coming from, but like I'm saying, man, this season, I to be honest, I've been on Foden watch too this season. To be honest, I have been on Foden.
Some games not.
But I don't know. I just feel like there's just some performances. Sometimes it's even the little things they do. Some of and I've heard the connection you were talking about, the Julian Alvarez thing, right? And I've been watching some of these games, right? And there are times where I feel Foden gives Alvarez certain opportunities, and then I feel like Alvarez himself kind of lets him down. Maybe just does that extra touch, or instead of shooting, maybe he could have just passed it off again, maybe a little 1-2. I feel like his decision making, personally, I feel like has hindered what Foden possibly could have achieved or could have been looking at him so far this season. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Now, don't get me wrong, I do get where you guys are coming from. I do understand that, obviously. And yes, the only thing I did mention, okay, obviously was his first touch. But there's certain things, like the way he's able to dictate games in certain situations. Like, not obviously, I'm not going to say the whole entire game. Okay, sure. But he has spells in between games sometimes where he's just completely unplayable. Like, sometimes when he has that burst of pace, when he just beats through players and then he runs with the ball. And in that moment, you see people start running, waiting for the pass, and then he just gets you that inch perfect pass. And then the issue with that sometimes is that, obviously, with the Pep system, he gets that pass up, and then you see like a Jack Grealish, instead of like now attacking with the ball, then steps back and then passes backwards or something like that. But there are situations where he gets the ball, like sometimes, and especially this season, he's been playing more, sometimes even a free roll, really, where he gets the ball from that right-hand side and then he just charges into the box. And you see him running with the ball, and defenders don't even know how to stop him sometimes. Like, I've seen those runs made so many times this season, which I've been impressed with him for. Now, like I said, he's not Kevin De Bruyne. Like, let's be all
not even half of
he's not Kevin De Bruyne. But so far, especially recently, I feel I've been very impressed. Maybe I can admit, maybe there was a bit recency bias. Maybe probably when I
number one.
I didn't have him
number two.
I didn't have him.
Number 3 foods. Number 4.
Top 5 is unforgivable.
But that's how it is.
It needs to be salvaged.
I get you where those type of players which you love to see, like,
and they absolutely do ball at crucial moments.
I understand. You see them, Lucas Paqueta, back then, Saint Maximin. You love those players, but you cannot put them in the top 10. You know, I'm not saying Foden is with those company, because them company dangerous.
I mean, so are you trying to say Phil Foden's not dangerous?
No, I'm saying no.
You know,
compare Foden to Saint Maximin.
I mean, okay, but the thing is, though,
that sounds crazy. There's a big difference.
But like, Foden, Saint Maximin is a traditional winger. So I say Maximin is a traditional winger, and whereas Foden really isn't a winger.
You see, we don't even know what position he plays.
We know the position he should be playing.
10.
He should be playing the 10. But again, it's the issue of,
given the keys, you couldn't open the locks.
Well, I don't know about that.
At times.
I mean, at times, yeah, but Kevin De Bruyne doesn't give you outstanding performance every single game. But again, moving on, we've been on Foden for long enough. Moving on from Foden.
Criminal.
In third place, this is pretty funny too, because I think
third place.
This person in third place.
Brother, no man.
In third place, we have Erling Haaland.
Because izandla mina bolove. Because izandla ngolove. Ngiqedile ngolove. I'm done. Signing out right now.
So I'm assuming you're saying you're signing out because you had Erling Haaland first.
He's number one.
Okay.
You didn't have Erling Haaland in the list at all.
Yeah.
Hater.
It's not even hater, man.
Why didn't you have him in the list? Who is better than him?
No, listen.
Don't worry. We're gonna clearly see who's better than him in the list.
Exactly.
We're gonna clearly see who's better than him.
Two very dominant players.
Two players.
Out of this world, beastie. Erling Haaland. We know what you're gonna get. Goals. Don't get me wrong.
That's what he does.
Exactly. I'm not criticizing. I'm just telling you.
I want to see where you're going with this. I want to see where you're going, because me and him had an argument about all-time Premier League Manchester City team. Like I had Aguero in that striker position. He had Haaland. So I want to see what you want to say about Haaland right now.
Listen.
I want to see what you say about Haaland right now, because you're saying we all know that he scores goals, right? So I want to see where you're going with this.
Every word is under a microscope, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to see this.
But okay, Haaland.
50 goals in Jalum, cheats.
14.
No. Like, it's under 50.
Oh yeah, 50 goals so far in the Premier League.
Ban that.
But 14 goals in the Premier League.
Hey, but
I think he's played around
Salah's 150.
Bruv.
150 to 50 in one season.
Listen to me. We're not talking about.
We're talking about
this season.
Let him talk about Haaland. Let him talk because he didn't have on the list. Let me mention. I had Haaland in second. Bego had him in second. Pila had him in third. Kwando 10. Zukisa third. Marco had him in fifth, and Keith had him first. But yeah, okay.
Haaland. Goals. Imam, remind me from Koreans. Has Haaland scored a hat-trick this season?
From what I'm aware of, no, I don't think.
Only in Champions League.
I don't. Yeah, he doesn't have a hat-trick.
Exactly.
That's all right.
My point is done.
The hat-trick.
My point is done.
Okay, I'm also like a hat-trick, but I'm making better than Haaland.
No, listen. My levels of Haaland.
Yeah, okay.
My levels.
I hear where you're coming from, right?
He's kind of under the belt right now.
I hear.
He's doing good, but not the Haaland I know.
Okay.
From Haaland.
Haaland hasn't played 5 games. He's injured, John. He's still the top goal scorer.
And that's why I had him as high because I can't ignore that.
I can't ignore that.
I felt as if everybody's gonna value have Haaland in, so therefore I'm saying to my kids, I knew he was gonna be there. This
you're just hating.
No, it's not even hate. I do not hate Haaland in the slightest way.
He's everything else.
Exactly.
Like obviously, like I said, we know.
It's just this Haaland. You know this Haaland bias. You know it.
No, listen. This is what I'm gonna say. I hear where he's coming and I hear where you're coming from. Firstly, I'm going to... Haaland, again, I think he's played around like 15, 16 games, got injured. No, probably even less than
that. He played like 15 games.
Yeah, 15 games, got injured. And still...
15 games, 14 goals.
Exactly. The goals to game ratio is still crazy.
Mad.
Now, here where you're coming from, in terms of like... We saw Haaland's best last season.
Exactly.
And you cannot deny that, as crazy as it sounds, you cannot deny that from what last season he has slowed down in terms of his goals this season. However, it's still that's just the issue with being when you're a great player, you have high expectations. That's the sad reality of it. That because of the fact that he has just had an insane season where he's got hat trick after hat tricks, where you expecting a goal every single game. When you're coming into this season now where you don't score every single game, you still have a good goal to game ratio, obviously. So maybe. Obviously, I don't think Haaland's performing at the same level last season.
Exactly.
Obviously, but he's still performing at a very high
top level.
And that's why I still had him like top 2 for me. I still have him top 2.
Even the misses that he produced. I know I'm not that guy to talk about misses.
You're not.
You know your guy.
Because Darwin Núñez misses on a day.
But you're right.
Even the misses that
I think the Tottenham
watch Haaland. The Tottenham miss, the Sheffield penalty. There's a lot of things where it's like, okay.
Last season, Haaland would have buried that.
Exactly. Like you see, a Haaland goal. He comes from a 6.7 to a 8.5 just by a goal, you know. So watch the game, not the goals.
I mean, but I get that. Like, obviously,
you still score, but watch how they score and watch how they play. Just don't go like look at stats. I haven't mentioned stats because stats. Yeah,
I know, but like for someone like Haaland, I feel like that is something where you really have to look at because that's where he flourishes the most.
Exactly, goals. I
understand. And I've talked about Haaland. Like obviously, as a player, sometimes I've had my remarks about him as a player, but his goal scoring is elite. His finishing is on a different level.
His headers are crazy, bro.
For him to still have this many,
good head.
That's all him, guys.
I'm just saying, for him to still be the top goal scorer, even though he's been injured for this many games so far.
Yeah,
it's still
it shows the standard that he has placed.
I do get you. You're just looking at him, but I do still think that you not having him on the list at all is crazy.
No, that's just hating. That's pure hating, bro. That's pure hating.
It said best performing players, not best players. Do not get
he's peak. What do you need? 15 goals, 14
best players,
15 games, 14 assists.
You just went right to
Okay, fine. Take Solanke, right? Solanke.
Most people don't take their chances, you said. But Haaland takes every chance he gets.
Exactly.
No, I'm saying,
but not that much though. This season.
I know, but like at the end of the day, the hardest thing to do in football is score goals. And Haaland has done that this season at an amazing rate.
Yeah.
That's what wins you games. Right, that's the thing that wins you, and
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. And yes, obviously I don't want it to be a stat thing, you know. Obviously I don't want that to be the case, but you can't ignore it either. You can't ignore it either. You can't ignore it either.
You can't.
This list,
you can't just take it out of context.
I'm not ignoring him. I acknowledged him, and I knew there's gonna be City fans. By the way, this list has five City fans. That is half of the people there. 5 City fans. I knew he was gonna get top 3 either way. So why didn't I maybe
show flowers to other people too.
Exactly, like the Vicarios, you know, the Vicarios, the people who have been saving the world, you know, exactly.
Just in the middle,
However,
but yeah, I wanted to give flowers to those guys, the Vicarios and everything.
Tiger Cup.
Exactly, because I know Haaland.
I get you. But then moving on, you said something very interesting right now.
He's just giving flowers.
You talked about how Vicario is saving the world, but then I look at the person who's number 2 and it's Heung-min Son.
You see, Vicario saves the world. Heung-min Son saves the universe. Heung-min Son saves the whole entire universe. Brother!
That duo, Madison and Son duo.
Brother!
Was on crack!
Talk about a man on job.
And looking at the list right now, Heung-min Son so far in the list is the first person that everyone has had on the list. Every single person has had him on the list.
You see, we're getting somewhere, guys.
12 goals.
We have to learn to fix up. Yeah.
So I had Heung-min Son in 6th. Bego had him in 8th. Pila 9th. You had him highest. No, second highest. You had him in 3rd. Kwando had him 2nd. Sosibo also had him 3rd. Zukisa had him 5th. Marco had him 4th. And Kifi had him 3rd. Yeah.
Marco had him 4th because he's bringing the car lads there. But, man, our son. Yo.
Heung-min Son.
He's just that guy.
Again.
He's him.
Again.
H-I-M. Him.
Even with the blow of Madison.
It's him and Son. It's him and Son, fam.
Exactly. Like broski, man, coming off from the whole season.
That season he had, right?
I didn't think he was gonna
bosh, nigga.
But then again, look at it.
He must thank Bayern for taking Harry Kane.
Like I'm saying, again, you look at this Harry Kane.
He stepped up to
your guys' mantle. He's leaving.
Captain
Heung-min Son moved away from the left wing, put up in the striker position. Takes that captain on back.
Credit to Postecoglou.
Where's that captain on back? And he has been unbelievable.
Wears it with pride.
And he has
plays forward.
He has regained new form. But if you really think about it, his finishing has always been there. Maybe he's
finishing. Yeah,
he's always been there.
He's one of the best in the league.
I think maybe his legs for the wing is not the same anymore.
Top 3 best finishers in the league by far.
Probably one of the best right now. Top 3. I think that's a decent shout.
Yeah, top 3.
Haaland, Son, Jota.
Yeah, Jota. Put Jota in that box. Crazy. Put him
top
in the box.
Top 3 finishers, Haaland, Son.
But I don't know top 3 finishers.
He was. Who's contesting? None of those men.
I mean,
none of those men. They are killers, instant killers. They were born to kill. What? But okay.
But again, Heung-min Son has just been what a player, and I think he's also leaving this for the
Asian Cup. He's not gonna win it because Endo Wataru there. But
so I don't know how they're gonna.
He's from there.
I mean, he's been a brilliant player though. Like he's been. We know what Heung-min Son's been on, and
job.
The fact that he's doing this right now as a number 9 has just been unbelievable. He's been and that connection with him and Madison is this season, and especially when Madison got injured, we've been. I kind of questioned. I questioned it.
Is it 2-2-2?
Are you still gonna carry on?
Are you still gonna at that level?
And he's still.
He carried that nigga.
So.
Shout out to Dishi.
So,
I'm surprised you didn't have DC here. You know what?
It's been late. It's been late.
Shake my hand. Shake my hand.
It's been late.
Shake my hand.
It's been late.
You're a man. You're a man with great balls. You're a man with great. I'm proud of you.
What kind of comment?
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
That's like saying I only watched the last 5 games and put my list together.
I'm proud of you. Know that.
We all know you. We all know you're.
I'm proud of you.
But to be honest,
but this form
his form has been good. His form
ile form le angayibona ku-Everton ezishaya 19 goals. Ile engibona eBrazil every time he plays. If he continues like this, my brother.
So having the whole place.
I just need those 20 goals at the end of the season. 20
in all competitions. I want the Spurs play on in one competition.
So now,
human sound.
obviously, human sound second.
Wow.
So now we're moving to the person who's the
shout out to his
best player,
granddaughter.
whose name is the best player in the Premier League this season. So we have nine people in this list, right? So the maximum points a person can have is 90 points.
90 points.
And this person is in this list with 87 points. Is in there with 87 points.
Yep.
He's in there with 87
Missed out on
points.
3.
Just missed out on 3.
Vicario.
Idiots. I think that was the Vicario, and you didn't have it.
I did have him.
Wait, though.
No, you didn't have him first. Like, you also didn't have him first. You had him second.
But
so the best player in the Premier League, according to everyone, is Mohamed Salah with 87 points. I had him first. Bego had him first. Pila had him first. Gome, you had him first. Kwando had him first. Zukisa had him first. And then Sosiba had him second.
Oh no.
But Sosiba had Foden first, so I'm not even.
Like, imagine, what mind of yours do you think Foden is a better player than Salah? Imagine, the shorty.
Why was I mean to?
No, I'm not asking.
Call him now.
I'm not asking you. I'm saying these men must be called out to speak here on this platform to understand what they have given us and what they have presented to us, because it goes without knowledge what they have produced to us. It's utter shit and bullshit. So we cannot accept this any further, you know. What? Foden over Salah. It's crazy. I think the craziest shit I've heard of it.
Foden number 1.
Vicario number 1 and Foden first. Stinkers of the year, bro. Yo.
But
I know me, Haaland missing out. I have my reasons.
But the world was right. Everyone had him first. A lot of people had him first, obviously. Just missed out 3 points. Still had 87 out of 90. Mohamed Salah. What a player. What a player. I mean, obviously, he was rumored to leave at the beginning of the season.
No way. He was going nowhere, fam. No way.
He stays in and he is doing unbelievable things for that Liverpool team.
If Liverpool sold Salah, every man there out. You club, all of them out.
But I mean, I think the one thing everyone has always known about Mohamed Salah was his goal scoring, the finishing, and everything like that. This season, you're looking, besides even the goal, I think that was top goal scorer with Erling Haaland right now with 14 goals. But besides even that, we're looking at his creativity.
It's been there,
the way I get that, but now I feel like it's becoming one of the most highlighted things now. I mean, there are certain passes that I'm seeing Salah pull off that I've never seen him pull off in my life. Like, there's this diagonal pass he just keeps pulling, like, and the way he's been cutting back the ball, like,
yo, I get so pissed.
But Salah, man, I mean, he's been an unbelievable.
He's been crazy
this season.
When he start cutting niggas, I get pissed. I get my blood boils, dog. It starts boiling, dog.
Like, man,
I was in shock.
Go ahead along.
What the second half? Second half,
he knows he's on job there, but yeah, anyways,
first half,
Salah.
But I mean,
mark a man.
What I mean is Salah, man. What's more to be said? Like, what's more to be said? I mean, from what I've watched in the Premier League, he's definitely the best winger I've ever watched in the Premier League. He's unbelievable.
Best player in the world.
Right now, I think you can argue with that. With a certain Real Madrid Englishman, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can also still
been on job, but
if you also, I mean, if you don't really talk about technique and everything, you still have that one French punk in a certain place for best player in the world. But Mohamed Salah, yeah, obviously. So to read out the full list, top 10 list so far
Van
this
Dijk
season,
not in the top 10.
we have Alisson in 10th. We have Joint in Maddison and Cole Palmer in 9th. Trent Alexander-Arnold in 8th. Saliba in 7th. Declan Rice in 6th. Rodri and Watkins in 5th. Phil Foden in 4th. Haaland in 3rd. Son in 2nd. And Salah in 1st.
Number 10
Number 10 was Alisson.
Vicario.
No, Allison.
Oh,
Because of
Allison.
the stars.
So
He
yeah,
likes it.
so that's the top 10 list. Long ass video, but yeah, everyone. Hopefully enjoyed. If you have any comments on the list on the plays that missed out, comment down below. Comment down below. Give us your opinions and everything like that. And some of you people who had certain players in certain positions, defend yourself in the comments if you can. You know what I'm saying?
Now, everyone, I want to see the views top 10.
Top 10 too if they can. Yeah, I'm saying everything like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's the end of the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, you know what I'm saying, everything like that. Hit that bell for any post notifications, and we out.
Yes.
Boom, shakalaka laka.
That's the end of that.